Hi friends, welcome back. Mrs. Zena here. Today we are going to be talking about reduce, reuse, recycle, and repurpose. We have talked about some of these already, but we're going to get a little more in depth today to make sure we understand the difference between these things. After we talk about each of them, I'm going to send you to go find something that fits the category that we currently just talked about. So if we're talking about, this is not one of the categories today, but if we were talking about trash, we would define trash as something that cannot be reused or recycled or repurposed, and that it's something that goes in the trash can that ends up not getting reused, but rather filling a landfill. So when we were done talking about that, I would say, okay, go find something that is trash and bring it back. So you would go find something that you believe is trash and bring it back and show everybody what you brought, what you got. We may be able to open up some discussion. We may have to pause the video and have class discussions about, I see what you grabbed, but that actually would be trash, or that actually would be recyclable, or that actually could be reused for this purpose. So it can create a lot of class discussion. And then you can play the video and we'll talk about the next category and see if we can find something that fits that. And of course, in between each of these, we're also going to work on some exercise to keep ourselves moving and active and keep our brains lit up like a holiday tree so that they're learning all of this material as we talk about it. So I first want to know, do you feel confident? Do you know that you can identify items in each of those categories? Reduce, reuse, recycle, and repurpose. Thumbs up or thumbs down. I can or I can't on my own. Without talking about them, do you think you could find items that fit each of those categories? Yes, I can. No, I cannot. All right, we got some learning to do. So let's first talk about reduce. So reduce is when we cut back on the production or the need of something. So reducing the use of something helps our environment, helps what we need in everyday life. So it's a pretty broad category, but can you think of something that you have around you that you could reduce the use of? That would help save money or energy or other things that would be helpful. I'm going to give you time to think while we do our exercise. And then when we're done with our exercise, you're going to go see if you can find that object. Or if you can't physically bring it here, you could draw what you were thinking of, or you could just do this when you come back. And that shows you have a thought of what it is, but you couldn't physically bring it here. So you can't pick up your refrigerator and carry it here. And if you can't draw it, you can just give a thumbs up, and then you can be called on and you can say, the thing I was thinking of was this, and you can describe it. All right, we're going to do a 30-second plank hold, and then I'm going to ask you to go find something that you could cut back on the use of by reducing your use. So let's get down and hold a plank. You can hold it on your forearms or on your hands like the top of a push-up. And let's hold it for 30 seconds. All right, go find something in 30 seconds that you could reduce the use of. Go find it. Be safe, walk, don't be loud. Teachers, you can pause the video and come on back, have a little class discussion about what they grabbed that they believe they can reduce. All right, friends, I don't know what you found that you could have reduced the use of. One thing that I first came to mind that I could reduce the use of is any kind of disposable water bottles. So a lot of people get into a habit of buying, big cases of water, where if you have a water bottle that you can fill up with water, that reduces the use of those plastic bottles that are recyclable. That's good. However, we have to continually remake those so that they can be refilled with water. So reusing a water bottle would cut back on the use of those plastic water bottles. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is recycling. Recycling is when something is used in creation of something else. So things are broken down and then made into a new object again. A lot of times our recyclable things have the recycling symbol on them. We've talked about that in previous lessons. So if you see the recycling symbol and if it has a number inside of it, which we had some of those too. Here's another recycling. That shows that it is recyclable, and it also shows you where to recycle it if you need to know where to recycle it, what number bin it would go into. So we're going to do 30-second wall sit. So you're going to go up against the wall, and I'm going to do mine right here because there's a ledge behind me and I can't quite do it. So you can just do it in the air and hold it, or you can go up against a wall and do your wall sit with your back up against the wall, whichever you prefer. We'll do that for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to have you go find something that is able to be recycled. Let's go. You can make funny faces while you do it. If you feel your leg muscles working, you're doing it right. You should feel your quadriceps, your muscles on the top of your leg. Feel it in your glutes and hamstrings as well. All of your muscles are tensing up to hold your body in that nice, steady position. All right, go find something that you can recycle. Be calm, walk, and come on back. Teachers, you can pause the video, have class discussion about what they found that they believe they can recycle. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you found something that could be recycled, or you had some good discussion about it. And we're going to move on to reuse. So reuse is something that you can use again, sometimes and again and again. So it may be something that instead of buying new, you keep reusing the one that you have. So think about what that could be that you might be able to go find after we do our tree pose hold. So you're going to put your foot on the inside of your leg. Doesn't matter which foot. And then bring your arms up above your head. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Here we go. Try to stay nice and steady. If you're having a trouble with balance, you can always look at a spot that is across the way or at your feet and just stare at that spot, and that can help you with your balance. All right, go find something that you could reuse again for the same purpose. Teachers, you can pause the video, have a discussion about what they found that they believe that they can reuse. We talked about in earlier lessons reusing things like glue bottles that you can refill with a liquid. Soap at home, if you have a soap bottle, you can refill that with whatever you have. All right, our last one that we're going to talk about is repurposed. So this is something that can be reused, but for a different purpose. So you're reusing it, but for something different than you originally got it for. We are going to do 30 seconds of imaginary jump rope. So grab your jump ropes, everybody. We're going to jump rope for 30 seconds, and then you're going to go find something that you could repurpose. Here we go. How fast can you jump rope? You do a double under. Look at that. What's a double under? It's when the rope goes around you twice before you land. All right, go find something you could repurpose. Something you could use again, but for a different purpose. Teachers, you can pause the video, have a discussion about what they found that they believe they can repurpose. And an example of something that could be repurposed is something like a box. A box that could be turned into helpful storage for something. A container that is used as a different purpose, a different reason. Boxes are fun. You can use boxes for all kinds of things. All right, friends, before you leave today, I want to know if you now feel that you understand the difference between, can you identify items and materials that could be reduced, reused, recycled, and repurposed, and you understand the difference between all of those? I've got it. Got it most of the way. I don't understand. Yes, kind of, no. All right, we are getting there. We are doing so well. It is always good to see you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to